Hi everyone, my name is Pooh, and I know that nickname doesn't work in English, but I love it anyway. I am French, and today I want to do a special video to introduce you to some of my favorite French book that I want more people to discover. So those books have been translated in English, but I don't really know where you could find them. So maybe try a library or second-hand books. I chose books that I absolutely love and that I love rereading, and you'll see there are different genres in my book selection, so hopefully you'll find something that you like. So let's begin with the most recent release in English. It's the Mirror Visitor series, first book, A Winter's Promise by Christelle Dabos. You'll recognize the book because it's the same cover in the English edition. So this is a YA fantasy novel. This book is amazing. It's set on orcs. So indeed, God went furious and broke the earth into orcs that are like floating islands in the sky, like that. And on each arc, people developed different magical powers. So in this world, you follow Ophelia, our main character, who is from an arc called Anima, where people can animate objects. Also, Ophelia has two rare powers. She can read objects. She can know the past of an object and who was the former owner of the object just by touching it. And she can travel through mirrors. The story begins when when Ophelia learns that she has been promised into marriage with a man from another arc with other powers. She doesn't know why she's been chosen for a diplomatic marriage. In fact, in this world, marriage between people from different arcs, it just doesn't happen. So there's a mystery there, and I won't tell you more about it, about the story, so you can discover it for yourself. But I'm just telling you, the world building is amazing. You'll love the characters and how flawed they are, and you love the interactions between them. Like, I personally loved anytime they had a conflict. And you love the magical system because it's interesting and cool, and the plot and politics are intricate. So I really love this series, and I hope you'll want to discover it, and I really hope that this series is a success in the English speaking world, because I really want a movie for this book. So here you go. Then I'm telling you about a book that is completely different. It's a book that is so beautiful that it made me cry so much. Uh, and after reading it for the first time, I just couldn't find the words to talk about this book. But today I'm going to try. It is Lives Other Than My Own by Emmanuel Carrère. It is kind of a memoir and kind of not a memoir, but it is definitely non-fiction. The author, Emmanuel Carrère, was in Sri Lanka in December 2004 when the tsunami hit the coast. He met a family there who had a daughter named Juliette, and the daughter died in the tsunami. So the first part of this book is the author writing in first person perspective the aftermath of the tsunami and the very beginning of the grieving process this family was put through. Then, when the author went back to France, his sister-in-law, who is also named Juliette, died of cancer. So the author started to tell his sister-in-law's life story as a mean for him to grieve, and that woman's life was beautiful and inspiring, and we meet her family and we see how they handle their grieving process also. And the second part of the book is about her. So it is a book about grieving, obviously, but it is also about deep love, deep friendships, justice, because the second Juliet was a judge and the author spent quite an amount of time narrating her job. And it's just a book about life, in fact. It is a powerful book, a genuinely honest book, and I recommend it 100%. It will make you cry. It will make you cry, probably. But it is such a good book, and I really, really hope that you will love it. And it is. Once again, I don't find my word because it has touched me in so many ways. And then I want to talk about a French classic. It's Swann's Way by Marcel Proust, who is one of my favorite authors of all time. Swan's Way is the first book in the Search of Lost Time series. By the way, it's the book that made me choose my channel's name, as my channel's name is Du côté de chez Pou, and you can translate it in Pou's way. I know it doesn't work in English. So it is a very, very beautifully written book. It is the first volume. In the first volume, we follow the narrator's childhood as he's telling his memories of his holidays he spent at his grandmother's. There isn't too much action in this book. It is more a contemplative kind of narrating, but it is still very interesting as the author explores so much emotions and feelings. It is so very well done that you will relate. In the second part of the book, the narrator tells the love story of one of his family's friend, Charles Swann, and a woman named Odette, and how they fell for each other, and how they got bored of each other, and how that jealousy drove them. I love this book because of how well it describes nature and feelings and emotions. It is so real, and I didn't know before reading it that an author could be so precise with his words, that they could create such a real emotion in his reader's heart. It is so beautifully written and it is amazing, and it's really impressive. The only thing is I don't really know how well the translator did, but it's worth reading it, so it's worth a try. And that's it. That's the first three books that I wanted to suggest you. And maybe let me know if maybe you pick them up, and I really hope that you will enjoy them. And that's about it for this video. I'm really sorry about my English. It was quite difficult for me, um, as I don't do that a lot, and uh, I hope it's okay, and I hope it was understandable. So that's it. Um, enjoy your day. Bye.